Hey, look at you. Once again, you have fallen straight into hell of Vella and found yourself another Lawless interview. I'm Azrielle Lawless, and today we have Dani Williams, who is a Vella author. Say hi, Dani.
Hello.
And we're wearing our crowns today because today's Sunday. I don't know what day I'm going to put this one up, but we recorded it on a Sunday and it is Vella crowning day. So everybody, good luck. May the crowns be with you. We hope so for ourselves as well. So we're wearing ours today to like bring that juju. Bring it. Bring the crowns. All right. So Dani, I'll just jump right in and ask you the question that I ask everybody first and foremost, and that is, when did you get started writing?
I got started writing actually when I was a kid. However, I didn't start trying to publish until midlife crisis, 2 years ago. But I wrote as a kid. That actually, when I was going through college in engineering, I paid for a lot of my schooling with writing. So I
Did
wrote
you
short
really?
stories. Yeah, there are so many scholarships out there for people who wrote short stories. So, and I always wrote them. So I wrote them and wrote short story after short story after short story, and it paid for my books. It paid for my because I had a full tuition scholarship, so it paid for my room and board and everything. So I came out with a lot less student loan debt just from writing stories.
Oh, wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful.
I should
And
have clued in at that point. So maybe I should have did that as a living, but nah.
so wait. So you think you should do engineering for a living, or you should?
No, I should have started writing for a living instead of trying to go down the path I went down. I left writing behind after I left college for a while.
Oh no.
And
Did
then
what
came
I
back to
did.
it.
You did what I did. Lived a life. Lived a life. Did engineering.
Actually, I can honestly say no. I have 2 engineering degrees, never did engineering a day in my life. Wound up in telecommunications and then in supply chain. So yeah, I didn't do anything I didn't do anything along the expected track. Nowhere. I just wandered along life and different points. And
Is
now I'm
Vella
back to
what brought you back to writing?
Vella and losing my job, a job I had over 20 years, brought me back to writing. And while I was looking for other jobs, I decided I wanted to do voiceover and I wanted to be audiobook narrator. Discovered at that point that I'm a much better writer than I am a narrator. So I switched gears and I'm now writing along with working full time. But I'm writing and I've spent the last 2 years, and the pandemic kind of helped the situation. Being stuck in the house all the time, had plenty of time to write.
True that. True that.
Yeah.
And I didn't use it for that. Not most of it anyway. I wasted a lot of it. But yeah, there was some of it that was still, because we're still just now coming back
Yeah.
into the pre-pandemic environment. Of course, it's post-pandemic, so it's changed. But getting back to as close to normal, I guess, as we're gonna get.
Yeah. And I spent
But
a lot of that time since I was stuck in the house, either sewing or writing or doing other voiceover work. So I mean, I was really bored. Boredom had a great deal of me getting back into it. And I'm like, wait a minute, people are making livings for this. So now I'm trying to
that's
get into
fantastic.
writing full time.
Well, okay. So then when and how did you hear about Vella, and when did you publish on Vella?
I published on Vella at the very beginning, when they first announced it.
So
I was
you
in
were there when they opened the gates in July?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. All
I
right.
didn't take it as seriously as I should have when the gates first opened. While I was publishing like 1 or 2 episodes a week, I didn't really start getting more serious until like November, December, where I started saying, "Hey, let's get into this a little bit more." I wanted to write a book, so I'm like, I'm gonna use Vella to force myself to get through and write complete books. So that's what I was, started off using Vella for. I'm like, okay, this is make me. I set myself a goal: 2 episodes a week, and I'm gonna do this until I have a book. And then I want to pick
Wonderful.
2 books for my first Kindle Vella thing of Nightshade Vampire Shadows that actually came up with 2 full books out of that particular Kindle Vella.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So the very first one was which?
Nightshade Vampire Shadows Debt.
Okay. So that was the very first Vella, not just the very first Nightshade Vampires. Very
Yeah.
first Vella.
Yep.
Okay. And you published that one. So that one was open and available to folks. At least 3 episodes of it was available to folks in July of 2021.
Yes.
All right. But we both know that it was a desert out there. You know,
Yeah.
I came in September, it was still a desert.
People really didn't start reading it until like 2022.
Right. And so it was good to already be there. So what was the second thing you published up on Vella? Which one?
The Southern Cardinal. And that was because I took some stuff I did from NaNoWriMo back in 2020.
Oh yeah, you did an NaNoWriMo.
Yeah, and I'm actually in the process of formatting it and getting that into it's not complete, so it's forcing me to work on that too by putting it up in Kindle Vella.
Cool. Okay, so the Southern Cardinal.
Yeah,
now that one, what is that one about?
That one is actually straight high fantasy about a young girl who's being forced into the role of a ruler of her empire by marrying the prince. And it's pretty much like I'm out right now, I'm kind of like in the beginning setting it up, but it's mainly so, is she going to survive because of the fact she's going to marry this guy? Everyone's now trying to kill her and want to take her out from marrying her.
Nice. All she was trying to do is get married.
Actually, she didn't even want to get married.
So why
live her life?
Okay, all right. She just wants to get married and live her life. All right. So how many episodes is that one? Is that one ongoing?
That one's ongoing. I got 12 episodes up right now.
Very cool. So then there was the second Nightshade Vampires, which was Shadow's Prize, right?
Yes.
Okay, when did you put that one up?
I started that one last month.
Ooh, okay, so that one's like hot off the press. That was neat.
Yeah.
How many episodes does it have?
I had 15 already live and one scheduled. And I've gotten the whole thing written. I just got to get it formatted it up and proofed and up on Kindle Vella. So I'm hopefully in another week I'll have all like 30 something. I'm planning on about 30 something episodes. So hopefully by then I'll have it all up by the end of next week or a week after next.
That's pretty cool.
Not published in that time. I'm going to have it published over the course of October, but I want to go ahead and have it up.
That's really neat. Okay, so listen, so then next, what you gonna do? What's next? Are you gonna carry on with Shadow Vamps?
Yes, I'm gonna do another one called Shadow's Pride, which is gonna be next. I've already got that one outlined, but I have not started writing any words towards that yet.
Okay. How many do you envision
going as well?
Sorry, I'm sorry. What?
I'm going to keep the Southern Cardinal going as well. The Southern Cardinal is going to probably be about 100 episodes by the time I'm done.
Oh, okay.
So that one's going to be that one's going to be a long time work in progress.
Oh, okay. Very good. So how many volumes do you envision for your Nightshade Vamp series?
I don't have a limit. I'll have at least 5 5 Vella's out plotted for me. Not kind of plotted. 4 and 5 are kind of, they're in the beginning stages of the plot.
Okay, what's 5?
I don't have a name for it yet.
Oh, okay. Shadows.
5 is going to involve vampires and vampires in the Fae. So not quite there yet, but I mean, I have an idea because they're all going to be in an arc where they're all trying to find one. They're trying to find like artifacts in each one. So there's at least 5 artifacts right now: a sword, a crown, a shield, and I forgot what the other 2 artifacts are going to be. But I'm trying to do it because they're going to eventually the main villain through all the same villain is going to be pretty much all the Vella episodes. And he's trying to resurrect a goddess.
Okay. Whoa. Don't people know that's a bad idea?
Yeah, everybody else thinks it's a bad idea too, but
it's a bad idea, buddy. It's a bad idea.
But the villain is called the Mad King for a reason.
Did you watch the Pirates of the Caribbean?
I've watched like one or two, one. I mean, I watched it before, but I don't really watch a lot of movies. But I think I have watched it.
Well, they bring back a goddess, a sea goddess, Calypso.
Okay.
Right, and she gets huge. I mean, they bring her back, and she's just like giant, and her voice is like thunder, and like, why'd you do that, dummies?
inspiration for them bringing back a goddess, actually, even though it wasn't a goddess, was when you mentioned Calypso, I'm thinking, have you watched Disney's Descendants movies, the 3 movies? Well, Ursula from the Little Mermaid, her Disney Descendants, the children of all the heroes and villains. Well, Ursula's daughter is a pirate, but then she transforms into a sea monster, and that kind of made me think of the goddess there.
There you go. All right, all right, all right. Fair enough. Cool. So let's see. So you've been working on this for about a year now. You're a Vella yearling now too. You've had your anniversary, your Vellaversary.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. I had mine the other day. I celebrated it up on Hella Vella because because it was like, wow, a year of this. It's been fun. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Now
and
you,
learning
of course.
experience.
Now what?
And a learning experience.
Oh, for sure, for everybody, and something brand new. There's nothing like this out there. There's no other writers community like this. There's no other. There's just it's special. It's good stuff, man. So, do you enjoy being part of the Vella community, the social media?
And I love how everybody supports everybody in it too.
Yeah, that's true. You can depend on people to rally and help you out if you're having an extremely bad day.
And just the camaraderie, people were, and everybody, I got goose eggs today, can you help me out?
Yeah,
get a couple people in there reading,
exactly.
And I've met a lot of people that I work with a group of ladies on Clubhouse who we all write Vellas, and we get together every morning at like from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, and we work together, we write, we do come up with prompts to help us move along with our Vella stories.
Wonderful. Now, what is that? Say it again. What group?
It's on Clubhouse. It's called a Muser. It's Musers in the morning, or I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering the name here, but there are a local Musers group here. I could actually tell you, Morning News is the name of the group.
Oh, okay.
So, it's on Clubhouse. Like I said, it's a group of women who we just get together every. The name of the group is Creative Juice Bar, but it's called Morning News is the name of the group. And we just get together every morning and we write.
Creative Juice Bar. I love that. I love that. And that is just wonderful. I mean, to have something like that every morning that you dip into and that just keeps you going.
Yeah, and we try, even though a lot of us be at work sometimes, they can't necessarily speak on it or whatever, or type in, but we get together every morning for like for an hour.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that. Everybody on mute. That's neat. So, in the course of all of your experience with Vella over the last year, have you read some Vellas?
Yes, I've actually read a lot of different Vellas. Just being in the Facebook groups, I've gotten exposed to a lot of different Vellas, and I've even seen a nonfiction one, which I didn't even think nonfiction would go well with Vella, but I actually saw one. I'm like, wow, okay.
There's some of them, and it's a smaller category, so it's easier to rise to the top of that one. So yeah. So anyway, or ostensibly it is. Okay. Any of you people out there writing nonfiction Vellas who are struggling, I'm sorry. I don't, it's not a guarantee. It's just that it's a smaller group. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So have you got anybody that you think is worthy of a shout out here on your interview?
Yeah, I got a couple. One is called Sinnerman, Where You're Gonna Run by Ngozi Robinson.
Cinnamon, like the spice?
No, Sinner, like you're sitting in the store, like Sinner, Sinnerman. It's about a pastor, a female pastor who's investigating a murder. Really funny.
Okay, so Sinnerman, and it's by whom?
Ngozi Robertson, Ngozi Robertson. Another one is Twisted Romance by Liz Bullard.
Okay.
Another one, and I got like 5 that I read.
Okay, hang on.
Sorry.
Well, I'm getting them anyway.
Okay.
Okay. We got Twisted Romance. We got Sinnerman by, I can't say it, Robertson. I think I got it. Ngozi.
Yes.
Okay. And then Twisted Romance by Liz Bullard.
Yep.
Okay. And then
Doe by DOE, Doe by Evette Walker.
ooh. Is that what it sounds like a John Doe, Jane Doe thing?
Yeah. And then I got one of yours that I like, Naughty
Oh.
Witches Finishing Academy.
Oh, thank you.
And there is one more that I am trying to find, and I can't find it because I want to be you know what? Because I'm trying to is one is she talks about the environment and the water world and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get that one up for you too, real quick. It's really cool. This one is here we go. The Eleos experiment.
What?
The Eleos experiment, ELEOS.
Eleos experiment?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I've never heard of that. Who wrote it?
Casey, Caesy. And I can't pronounce his last name, but it's Meaux.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. What's that one about?
That one is like a water world where people are that I mean it's kind of like more like an environmental type of feel good story, but not feel good, but as people are they're trying to it's really hard to explain. It's really interesting, but they're going around trying going around like the earth water has been poisoned, so all the water now is controlled by like several stations, and people are kind of like battling over control essentially for the world's water sources. Yeah, it's a dystopian type thing.
Yeah, I think I'd probably put that in a dystopian environmental thriller.
Yeah, and it's like she has it under sci-fi dystopian, but yeah, it's really. I just started that one actually in the last couple of days, so I've only got like in 4 or 5 episodes in, but it's pretty good.
That's pretty cool. Okay, well, scary but cool. I
Yeah.
mean, we're watching it happen. Hey, let's write about it. Can't do anything else. Well, that's pretty nice. You had your shout outs already. Well, I'm gonna hit you with this one. So if tomorrow you woke up, you found yourself suddenly CEO of Vella, everything to do with it, all advertising, everything. What, if anything, would you do to improve the platform for both writers and readers?
For readers, I would get it out to the international audiences and international authors, because serials are more popular every place else except for the United States.
Right.
So there is a market out there just waiting to read our books. I mean, waiting to read our stories. Let's give it to them.
Okay. Yeah, cool. So open it up international.
And make the payment a little more transparent for writers, because I love our bonuses, but it's a mystery on how they come about.
That bothers a lot of people. It doesn't bother me that much. I don't know why.
It's not the end of my world. I mean, I just take my bonus with a grin and keep it going. I just like to, but I just kind of, and I don't know if it's my background. I just kind of like to know how to figure out how I can tweak the system and get the maximum amount of money.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, I knew that it wasn't an intellectual curiosity for the algorithm. Come on.
No.
Come on.
It's all about that dollar green.
that is correct. That is the end goal of it all. Yeah, let's not get into that discussion. We gotta be drinking for that one. Talk about how money is at the end of everything. Anyway, so you would make that bonus system, that payment for the efforts of the writers, more transparent in terms of what element got what reward.
Yeah, what you need to do to maximize your reward.
Correct. Okay. I thought I had you there.
Yeah.
All right. So Anything else?
Like I said, other guys open it up to open it up worldwide. That's pretty much my biggest gripe is that we have people people all over the world who want to write in it, so they could give us different ones to read, and there's people all over the world who's mainly that's all they love to read is serials. So my thing is, let's give it to them.
Right. I got that because that was your number one thing.
Yeah,
that was your number one thing, and then
Yep.
it was payment transparency.
Yep.
Anything else? That's just
Those
two.
are my two big. Those are my two big
All
ones.
right. All right, I agree with you. Well, on the well, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with either one of them.
Okay.
I do not have all the facts. I tell you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I want to know why, because I think they tweak it frequently.
And that's probably the reason why they don't tell us. Oh,
Yeah.
I do have one more thing. If to get your then not have to call Amazon to get your stats, because my stats are all screwy on mine, so I can't see where my reader drop off is. I can't see any of the other stats that other people could read. And I've opened up several tickets. They keep telling me I have to call, but when I call, nobody knows what I'm talking about. So
You mean you can't see how much you get paid?
no, I mean I can't see what somebody was telling me that you can see on Kindle Vella, how many people read each episode or whatever.
I've never seen that.
Me
I
either.
know that other people have seen it, but I don't know what they're
It made it seem like
talking
you could
about.
see that.
Where is it?
That was my question. That's why I was asking him, like, hey, where is it? Can you show it to me? But
Oh,
supposedly you're supposed to be able when you go into the Kindle Vella reports, where you do your dashboard, you're supposed to be able to see there,
come
how
on.
many you're supposed to be able to click someplace and see all your stats on how many people read episode 1 versus episode 2 versus episode 3. I've never seen that.
No, I haven't either. And I've seen other people talk about it.
Yeah. And then when I opened up a trouble ticket, they said, well, you have to call in. And then when I called in, no one knew what I was talking about. So I just gave up. As long as they keep, as long as people keep reading it, I'm happy.
What? Yeah, no, I don't have one.
Okay.
I may try to get on a call with somebody who can see that, because I've heard them, remark, oh, look, somebody just binge read my story. I could see them binge reading my story. Like, what? What are you talking about? Where do you see that? And I got nothing. You got nothing.
Okay. Yep. I'm like the same way.
Okay, pinky swear, if I find it, I'll I'll definitely tell you.
Okay, thank you.
So we have come to the end of the Lawless interview. And it leaves me with only this left to say, left to ask. In the description of this video, I will be putting your links to all your Vellas. And as we discussed before I turned on the recording, you've got your author link lit up. I'm going to give you a follow. We're going to put that author link down there so that the author page is available for whomever watches this video, so they can follow you too as an author on Amazon. And what would you like to say to people who are going to click that link for the first time and read your stuff?
Be prepared to see the world of vampires, see the world in a whole different way that you didn't see before. I want to make you think that there's a whole nother world out there that you don't know about, and now that you're looking over your shoulder, is that person really a werewolf? Is that person really a vampire?
Wonderful. And I hope that you are successful in doing that. I think that's great when you can bring your audience into your world and scare the crap out of them like that. Yeah. So before we sign off, what is different about your vampires? That is an old trope, but everybody tries to put their own spin on it. What is yours?
What is it? My spin on it is that vampires, while one vampire can create another vampire, only certain ones can. Most of my vampires are born through special matings, not created.
Born like with those.
Yeah,
Could you imagine? I don't want to.
like,
I don't want to breastfeed one of them little dudes. No way.
I was thinking the same thing, and I'm like wondering how does the mother deal with that? But I haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm like, that's a little bit more. I might have to explore that later on. But
Yeah, you probably have to let the fangs only come out when they hit puberty or something.
Yeah, they might, or have blood in a bottle instead of breastfeed. Have pump
Blood in a bottle.
You know.
Okay, I'm gonna barf now. All right, folks, this is the end of it. Yeah, on that one, we're signing off. This is Azrielle Lawless, and we've been talking with Dani Williams, and hope you take a look at her Vellas, and we'll be back and have even more great content. Be sure and subscribe, like, and comment. And thanks again for coming out to Hella Vella.